Be seated.
May it please the court, I'd like to make a request for extended media coverage of first appearances today.
That request is granted.
May I stipulate that for all first appearances?
May.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm representing Billy Byer.
Correct. What's your name again? Dobberdecker?
No, Charles Langer. I posted her bar.
I'll pull the door shut, please.
Yes, no problem.
No DL, is that it?
Yeah, but I don't understand why I don't have one. I have proof that I had to get it reinstated, so I had it as far as I know.
I mean, you need to, did you get a hold of the DOT and try to straighten it out?
Yeah, I got it, but when I got pulled over to get told that I didn't have it before, I went and turned around and went and got my license. So that's why I knew I didn't know I didn't have any.
Well, I mean, why was it suspended or revoked or whatever?
That I don't know. I didn't even get a notice or anything.
So you have it now?
As far as I know I had, but until I got pulled over.
You have it now?
Not now, but before I did.
Well, what?
So that's what I'm saying, why I'm suspended.
Well, I mean, how would I know that?
You see, I don't know either. Because I
Have you gotten a hold of the DOT and asked them why?
No one told me what to do. They just told me I was
Well,
suspended.
it's not up to us, it's up to you, you know? I mean, ordinarily on these things, there was not an accident here, was there?
No.
So ordinarily on these things, if you go get your license, and you come in here and show us that you've got a license, we'll dismiss these at your cost.
Yeah, which I did when I first got told the very last time, and this was...
So you have it now? You have it?
No,
valid
I got
DL?
this issued November 3rd of last year, because that's when I got told the first time. And I brought it all in, and it's supposed to have been dropped.
Yeah, this is Magistrate Bush. I need to have you run a DL for me. Yeah. It's 007 AA 6449. Does it show where the fine is? All right, thanks. So you're suspended because you haven't paid your fines.
And she didn't have any fines.
Well, it's not up to me to do the research. It's up to you to get legal. So you need to give, DOT a call. They can probably give you the phone number down at the clerk's office. For now, I'm going to show a not guilty plea on this. I'll give you until December 29th to come in here with a valid driver's license. In the meantime, you better not be driving.
Oh, I don't. He does.
I was just never
All right.
know.
So down at the clerk's office, get the number for the DOT, and then, between now and December 29th, you can try to get legal, and if you don't get legal, then, we're going to convict you, and then you're not going to be able to get your license for a while.
Yeah.
So go do it.
All right, and since I got bond out, how does that?
The bond's going to stay in place until this is disposed of. Otherwise, you can go back to jail.
No.
I'm giving you a break here. Do something with it.
Okay.
I get just really sick and tired of people coming in here and acting like they're some kind of helpless people, There's a record someplace that says you owe a fine and you haven't paid it. You go figure it out. All right, that's
All
it
right.
for today.
Thank you.
Wait a second, I'll give you a copy of the order, so you can't say you didn't know what you were supposed to do. The defendant appears on a charge of operating while revoked, period. In reviewing the defendant apostrophe S driver's record, the court has determined that the revocation was for non-payment of an Iowa fine, period. The defendant claims that she does not owe any fines. There was not a collision involved with this charge. And if the defendant provides the court with proof that she has a valid driver's license, the court will dismiss the charge at her cost, period. She is given until December 29, 2014 to provide the court with that proof. And if she does not, then the court will enter a conviction, and she will be required to pay the minimum fine of $250 plus 35% surcharge and court costs. Period. If she does provide the court with that proof, then the charge will be dismissed at her cost of $60. Period. There you go. Get on it.
Yep.
Send the next person in. What's up?
I got a copy of the ticket, which I'm not understanding what's going on. Because when this got issued, I got told to show, when I come in, I got my license reinstated, and I came in on the 14th. I don't know who was the judge. And I showed them this. When I got reinstated, they said they'd drop it. So I don't know.
You know, when did you get that issued?
The 3rd of November last year.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, the record shows that you are suspended for non-payment of Iowa fine. So a lot of things could have happened in the year between November 3rd of 2013
and this is the only fine I had from, because I called DOT, they said it's here, and then I called here.
Is it paid?
No, it's supposed to have been dropped, that's what I don't understand. Because I brought this in, and they said they would drop the charge.
Well, there's probably court costs that are not paid. Go down to the clerk's office and talk to them. Don't talk to me, because I don't know.
Okay.
That's where the records are, not,
Thank you.
not up here. So, come on in.
Okay, I showed you the wrong thing. Because here's when I got issued, the day after this. And I came in, and they said they'd drop it. That's why I'm not understanding what is going on.
You mean you came in and showed the driver's license
Yes.
to us?
Because when I go to get your license, the first paper I showed you is what they gave me. I brought that in saying I just got it, and then I got this. The day I went and got it, the 4th, right after I got the ticket.
Why didn't you have it at the time? Because you had a fine that was not
It
paid?
was out of county. I had to pay them up, 3 times?
To get this taken care of,
Yes.
they didn't have it on the record, we kept showing them the ticket that we had to pay, and they just wouldn't release it.
So then I finally got that done, and then I got this back, which I didn't know I didn't have it the first time. When I got it back, and the ticket's supposed to have been dropped.
I took her in personally, after we got this the day after This ticket was issued,
I mean, the ticket, who told you that the ticket was supposed to be dropped?
I didn't judge, which judge I talked to, I don't remember, is you
I
or,
think it was Heinrich, I do believe. I don't know.
I wouldn't have been the judge anymore at that time, not in October of
I
2013.
don't know. All I know is that
They
they
were
were,
into one magistrate, August 1st of 2013. I mean, we would have only dismissed it at your cost. I mean, that's our policy. We don't, and you have to pay the cost, which is $60.
yeah,
at least at 590.
yeah, they said I owe $590 for the ticket, which, I
You know,
understand.
they're showing that, you know, that you never came in.
Yeah, well, I
And I
was
mean, I'm
trying,
pretty good about, if I tell people something, I usually back it up with an order, but, you know, I mean, I obviously have no memory of that since I see, you know, lots of people every week. Let me look at my phone here. Let's see. So October 4th. When do you think you came in?
I came in, I don't know, it was around
it was the day after she got her license, which would have been the day it was issued on here, which would have been the 4th. And the ticket was made on.
That's a Friday. You know, we didn't have quorum.
No,
We went downstairs, and we showed them everything, and they were supposed to document it sent to you. I was here when I brought her up. I was there
So
when she
you
got
didn't come
licensed.
in here, you went to the clerk's office?
And they said they made a note of it to send out to you, dismissal.
Well, that's different than what you just said a little bit ago, was that you came in and talked to me.
because the 14th, on the court date, I was in it also, because I didn't
Go get a
know.
cup of coffee, you're about driving me frickin' nuts here, you know? I've had about 3 different stories so far. So which is it? Did you go
I came
downstairs
in-
or did you come up here?
I went downstairs first, got in to take care of them. Well, then they said I had to come up on the date, court date, and I came on court date,
I was,
10/14.
I don't remember that far back, but otherwise, she didn't come in and plead guilty or innocent. Wouldn't she have a contempt of court charge?
No, she just automatically be found guilty.
I don't know how it works. I haven't had this trouble in years, so I don't remember how.
Just have a chair. Let me see your new ticket. All right, put this down. The defendant was charged with operating while suspended for non-payment of fine in this matter, period. She claims that she paid the fine immediately and has shown the court proof that her driver's license was restored on October 4, 2013, period. For some unknown reason, there was not a follow-through in which the charge was dismissed at her cost, period. Clearly, she has not paid the costs in that action. But the court believes her story and finds that the charge should be dismissed at her cost. Got 60 bucks.
Not right at today, I can have it on the 1st. I'm on,
Which shall be paid on or before December 1, comma, five, comma, 2014, period. If not, a show cause hearing will be held on December 8, comma, 2014 at 10 o'clock a.m. Period. Her conviction for this violation shall be reversed at this time. Period. Following entry of the previous order in this matter, the court has determined that for reasons which are not clear, the previous charge of operating while revoked for non-payment of fine should have been dismissed at the defendant apostrophe S cost, period. The court has now granted her until December 5, 2014 to pay the costs and has ordered that charge dismissed. The conviction in that case reversed and the charge dismissed at her cost, period. Because that revocation should not have occurred, the court further determines that this charge should be dismissed at the defendant apostrophe S cost. Period. She is given until December 26th, 2014 to pay the court costs in this matter. And if not paid, a show cause hearing shall be held on December 29, 2014 at 10 o'clock a.m. Period. All right, you want to come forward, please? So I've given you kind of the double break here. I'm accepting your word that just of what you told me. So I've reversed that earlier conviction at your cost. I've given you until December 5th to get the costs paid. That's yours too, tips. And I've also ordered the new charge dismissed because, you know, I think the citation was based on failure of the earlier charge to be dismissed. And so I'm dismissing that at your cost. And, I'm giving you until December 26th to get that second $60 paid.
all right.
There's a show cause hearing set on that one for December 29th. So,
All right.
you know, hopefully that clears everything up.
So do I.
All right?
Thank you.
She got to show DOT once this is all done that she's got it all paid or her license?
I just go
My
get,
court orders will take care of it.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Yep, you too. What's your name?
Tiffany Thomas.
Do you have a citation or what do you have?
I didn't read.
Is it a scheduled?
Yes,
I probably do not have that on here. What's it for?
for traffic,
For
driving without a license, no insurance or registration.
And why are you driving without a license, and without insurance, and without a registration?
To be honest, we were taking our kids to a haunted house that day.
So what do you want to do here?
Well, I got the registration and the insurance. My cousin, which we were raised like sisters, just found out that she had stage 4 cancer, and I had to go to California to spend some time with her before she gets too sick. I can pay my driver's license on the 3rd.
So you've got no registration, no insurance?
I got the registration and insurance.
Yeah, but, I mean, those are the charges plus no valid DL.
Yes.
Do you have your driver's license now?
No, I can pay for that on the 3rd. I had to go to California. My cousin, when we were raised like sisters, she just found
Yeah,
out
I don't
that-
care about that. I just want to know whether you have your driver's license.
No,
Why don't you have a driver's license?
because it was suspended for a car accident.
Where you didn't have insurance?
Yes.
And are you eligible to get your license back?
Yes, I just had to pay $200, but I flew to California to spend time with my sister before she gets
Let's see
sick.
those. What is your name again?
Tiffany Thomas. When I was arrested for this, they called me and said I only had to pay $200 to get it back.
So there are 3 tickets, I guess, for Tiffany Thomas. Yeah, would you do that?
Yeah, that's completely countered. There's no duty, I can't, okay?
All right.
Okay.
It's gonna take her a while. It's gonna take her a little bit to. My intention here is, you know, I mean, did you have insurance at the time, and just didn't have the card, or there wasn't any
Oh,
insurance?
I barely bought the car, so that day, our expiration, you know, they give you like a little thing in the car dealership. Well, that expired 2 days ago, so when she's coming, he seen it, so he tripped on her. I was in the front. So I stopped by my house, and then she got pulled over, so I had to go tell him, you know, that we barely bought the car. And
Oh, you didn't just buy it, because I think it's good for 30 days.
yeah, well, my registration got suspended because the car that she lost her license with was mine, and I didn't have insurance. So prior to that, I was waiting those 3 days so I could get my registration back, so I could go register the car that she got pulled over with. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because they suspended my registration.
So, you know, what I'm probably gonna do here is I'm probably gonna dismiss those 2 at your cost, which will be $120 total, 60 apiece. Then I will continue the no valid DL or driving while suspended or whatever it is.
Can you give her like 30 days? She'll have it.
I'll give you until December 29th.
Oh, it's perfect.
Awesome.
And if you come in here with a valid DL, then I'll dismiss that at your cost.
Okay.
Another $60.
No problem.
All right?
Awesome.
You know, we try to work with people who are trying.
I'm done trying.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that fact. I run into way more than my share of people who aren't trying very hard.
How can you help somebody that don't want to help themselves?
Absolutely.
That's my motto.
You know,
And if I
and
get
people
it,
who are trying to raise a family and, you know.
it's hard. Kids are not cheap.
I kept trying to sell mine, but couldn't even give them away.
I got a 2-year-old, so I tell you, my 2-year-old, he's so hyper, and I tell him all the time, I'm gonna send you the wild gypsies, but then they just bring him back.
I don't hardly even Understand what that means, do they? Whoops.
I feel like that movie Purge, have you ever seen it? Anarchy Purge is new. We were just watching it and I was just tripping out on that, how the government supposedly did that. And they kill anybody for like how many
They
hours?
get 12 hours, they get to commit any crime, like murder, whatever.
Really?
Yeah, you have to watch it, man. It's a pretty trippy movie. I don't know if this is really gonna happen in real life, but
So if I get my driver's license before then, I can just come in and...
Right. In fact, as soon as you get it, if you would just take it into the clerk's office and have them make a photocopy of it,
Okay,
they'll send it up here with me the next time, and,
Okay.
you know, I can just do it then, so that,
all right.
uh, the defendant has provided the court with proof that the vehicle is now registered, period. Therefore, the court orders this charge dismissed at the defendant apostrophe S cost, period. Those costs shall be paid on or before December 26th, 2014, or a show cause hearing shall be held on December 29th, 2014, at 10 o'clock a.m. There's one. What was the criminal mischief in the 4th degree?
Flattening my own tires.
You've got, that's not paid. You're not gonna be able to get your driver's license.
And how much is that?
154.04. Maybe more than that now. But that has been transmitted to the state.
what are you talking about?
The criminal mischief.
Sorry?
Or it's
So
flattening my
was the one that
tires.
you were talking about, the criminal mischief in the
Well,
4th?
this is serious.
Our doctor charges.
You know,
And there's only like $150 left.
yeah, 154.04.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's not a driving while suspended charge?
Those three, they're the only thing that even came up, unless she's got something that she doesn't know.
All right, so this one, I mean, I'm not gonna do anything about it, she's just gonna have to pay it. So, But 154.04, and she pays that to you, then that one's taken care
Yep,
of.
exactly.
I'll pay that on the 3rd. I'm gonna be broke.
You should have it now.
All right.
Okay.
And the one for the criminal mischief, the charges were dropped, right?
Yeah, I think so, but there was still costs and stuff.
That'll be paid
So
on the
tell
3rd.
tell you how much you want to talk about it.
You know, that's past me now, so I don't have any. It's up to you to get that taken care of. The defendant has provided the court with proof of financial responsibility. So the court orders this charge dismissed at the defendant apostrophe S cost, period. Those costs shall be paid on or before January 23rd, 2015, or the defendant shall appear and show cause on January 26th, 2015, at 10 o'clock a.m., period. You know, if you don't get them paid, I'm gonna put you in jail for 10 days. So
Oh, no, you don't have to do that.
I'm spreading them out here, you know, one's gonna be paid by the 26th of
I'm
December.
gonna
This
pay
one's,
all 3 and 4 of them.
you know, like I said, it's spread out a little bit, so you can.
But thank you for spreading them out. Honestly, that's a big help.
You know, I live in the real world too.
And I appreciate that because people like judges in California, they be like, oh no, you're paying them on this day, and if you don't get it paid, we're taking it.
You know, and that's probably in California, you know, they have a hard time tracking you down if you don't pay them. Here, I don't have quite such a hard time because we know where you live.
You will come knocking on my door.
Not me, but the sheriff will.
I know. And believe me, I won't be one of those ones you have to come and arrest.
This matter is set for trial, period. The court, on its own motion, continues the matter until December 29, 2014, in order to give the defendant an opportunity to have her driver /S license restored, period, if she provides
Oh, must be really little.
Yeah, baby, it's like too much.
on or before that date,
Beautiful.
then this charge will be dismissed at her cost, period. If not, then the court will enter an order finding her guilty of the charge and imposing the minimum fine of $250 plus
She was on vacation and.
35% surcharge
Oh,
and court costs. If dismissed, the court costs in the amount of $60 will be assessed against the defendant and will be payable on or before February 13, 2014. And if not paid, a show cause hearing will be held on December 16, 2015. So I want you to know you got all 3 of your breaks here all in one day, so they'll be coming in and asking for another one. All right?
Thank you so much.
There you go.
Have a nice day.
You too.